Welcome. So, if you've ever found yourself totally overwhelmed by the massive alphabet soup of enterprise software, terms like PP, QM, and PM just constantly flying around, well, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're going back to the core principles of SAP ECC 6.0 integration to finally decode all of that. We're going to look at how these really powerful modules actually talk to each other to share real-time data and completely optimize business operations. This explainer is presented by JCF. Right off the bat, I want you to think of real-time data sharing as the central nervous system of a business. In SAP ECC 6.0, true integration means all of your modules are working together, automatically. When one department updates a piece of data, every single other relevant department sees that change instantly. There's no waiting around for end-of-day reports. It creates this immediate, continuous harmony across your entire operation.
Here's a quick roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with the power of integration, move into planning projects and documents, then look at managing materials, production and fabrication, quality and maintenance, and finally, we'll wrap up with the real-time business.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the power of integration. Think about a completely disconnected company for a second. They're essentially flying blind, right? You've got siloed teams doing tons of duplicate work, manually entering the exact same data into different spreadsheets. But flip over to an integrated SAP environment, and it's a totally different story. You get automatic updates and shared real-time information across the board. The whole chaos of siloed departments is just completely replaced by total operational clarity. It's honestly like a giant domino effect. When the materials management module creates a purchase order, boom, your inventory updates automatically. At the exact same time, finance gets the correct accounting entries, and the project team can instantly track those incoming materials. It's one single action, but multiple departments get aligned instantly. No duplicate data entry required whatsoever.
Okay, so moving right along to Section 2, planning projects and documents.
Before you build anything, you absolutely need a plan, and that is exactly where PS, or the Project System module, comes in. PS manages complete projects from start to finish. Let's say you're running a massive oil and gas construction project. PS is where you'd create the overarching project, establish your WBS, which stands for Work Breakdown Structure, and confirm your specific activities. It is basically the master blueprint module that sets the stage for everything else. But hey, a blueprint isn't just a simple schedule. We're talking about highly technical files here. That brings us to DMS, the Document Management System. Instead of keeping crucial engineering drawings on some random hard drive, or worse, losing them to a spilled coffee on site, DMS stores them safely right inside SAP. This includes all your complex ISO drawings and ITP, or Inspection and Test Plan documents. Everything stays incredibly secure and directly linked right to your project system.
Let's move to Section 3, Managing Materials and Procurement.
Meet Materials Management. If the project system is the brain doing all the planning for the project, is the hand actually reaching out to grab what you need. It handles all purchasing and inventory management. It really acts as the procurement engine, so the rest of the business always knows exactly what's in stock, what's currently on order, and what has already been consumed.
Getting a bit more specific, handles things like item code creation, meaning every single thing gets a unique identifier. It also does material requirement planning, or MRP. That essentially calculates exactly what you need and when, so you literally never run out of critical parts mid-project. Then it handles the actual procurement of materials and sets up reservations, ensuring that when stock finally arrives, it's instantly flagged for your specific WBS in the project system.
Now we jump into Section 4, Production and Fabrication Process.
This is where the actual asset starts coming to life, governed by PP, which is production planning. PP is the vital module used for fabrication and manufacturing. It manages material masters and the BOM. The BOM is the bill of materials, basically your exact recipe for what you're building. PP's main job is to take all that high-level planning and convert planned orders into actual actionable production orders for the shop floor. So what does that actually look like on the ground? Well, let's track a piece of metal through the shop floor. Step 1, we receive the raw goods from the client. Next, the system allocates those specific materials directly to our jobs. Then, we move into fit-up, which is joining the parts before they're permanently attached, leading straight into the actual welding execution. Every single one of those phases is digitally tracked.
Once it's welded, the system instantly prompts us to select the correct, non-destructive inspection method, and then it logs those testing activities to prove the build's integrity. After that, we roll right through painting and surface coating all the way to final site erection. From receiving a raw piece of metal to erecting a totally finished structure, SAP is guiding the whole journey.
All right, Section 5, Quality and Plant Maintenance.
Building something fast is great, but building it right is absolutely crucial. QM, or quality management, is your ultimate safety net. Its whole purpose is ensuring quality standards are rigorously maintained. QM handles the creation of MIC, Master Inspection Characteristics. It manages inspections of incoming client material, oversees the fabrication checks, conducts site inspections, and it even makes sure your testing equipment is perfectly calibrated.
Now, while QM is checking the product, PM, plant maintenance, is checking the machines that actually make the product. PM maintains your equipment efficiently. It tracks equipment logs, schedules preventative maintenance so your machines don't suddenly break down, and manages breakdown maintenance for when they inevitably do. It handles everything down to fleet management and gate passes. If a welding machine suddenly goes down, PM knows about it, and production planning can pivot immediately.
Let's pull this all together in our final section, the real-time business.
To really master this, you kind of have to speak the language, right? We're talking about going from an initial PR, a purchase requisition, to a finalized BOM, the bill of materials, all the way to NDE testing at the end. Every single one of these acronyms, whether it's a goods receipt, a WBS, or MRP, represents a vital puzzle piece in SAP that is constantly talking to all the others.
Because when you integrate projects, production, quality, maintenance, and procurement into one system, incredible things happen. All these modules are connected, so your data updates automatically company-wide. Work just gets faster because you've removed the bottlenecks. Errors drop massively because manual duplicate entry is finally a thing of the past. And the best part? True real-time reporting becomes a reality, giving leaders the power to make decisions based on what is happening right now, not last Thursday.
Which leaves us with a big takeaway. We've just seen how SAP ECC 6.0 completely integrates a business, creating one single source of truth from the very first engineering drawing to the final site erection. By finally ditching those disconnected silos, companies can truly optimize their operations. So looking at your own operations today, I have to ask, is your business genuinely ready to operate in real time? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep learning.